Welcome back, this is Jack. By the end of Naruto Shippuden, two of the most powerful ninjas in the whole series is Naruto and Sasuke Uchiha. They were reincarnations of demigods, and they kind of live up to that expectation. By the time Baruto rolls around, Naruto is still shown to be incredibly powerful, still pretty much the ninja we saw him at the end of the previous series. Sasuke, however, seems to be a shadow of his former self. Usually, most fights with him usually involve him doing one or two big attacks, and all of a sudden he's just out of chakra. Those attacks would have been a warm-up in the previous series. Even if you argued that the Rinnegan was drawing more energy than he was previously used to, it wouldn't be to this degree, or at least it wouldn't make sense to this degree. However, because we look at how Pain and how he was even fighting after he got to Rinnegan, we know that's not the case. The real reason for him being weaker is literally the loss of his left arm. This is not like Darth Vader, that because he has less body, less organic body, he has less chakra. This is because it makes it more difficult for him to use jutsu. Most abilities in Naruto require the use of hand signs. There are, of course, exceptions. However, it is also shown that it is not required to do the exact hand signs to use an ability. One example being the Chidoriya. The Chidoriya ranges from having several hand signs down to none at all, where Sasuke in some series is just spamming it without doing any hand signs at all. And that's because the hand signs help you mold the chakra to do what you want, to cast the ability to change its element, or whatever it may be. Someone like Kakashi, who has less chakra pull, like he admits, I have a lower chakra pull than average, and then the Sharingan that's in his eye he can't turn off is even more taxing. So he uses as much hand signs as possible to help mold it to make it the most efficient ability he can. He relies on efficiency. Whereas someone like Sasuke, up until relatively recently, was able to kind of cut down and bring it down to 1 or 2 when it should have been 5. Now at the end of Shippuden, he loses his left arm in his fight, and unlike Naruto, opts not to have a replacement. So instead, he relies on his Rinnegan to mostly just teleport himself with other things. He will sometimes use some of his other more flashy abilities, but for the most part, he sticks to just throwing kunais, throwing shurikens, using his sword, or his taijutsu. Because he just knows that using any of his normal jutsus would just drain him a lot more than it did previously. He is still one of the most dangerous ninjas in that whole world. In fact, some refer to him as Kage level, or the Shadow Kage of the Leaf Village, which makes no sense because Kage literally means shadow, so they're saying shadow. It's kind of like some weird moon stuff there. If you want to know when I release more content, hit that button and you'll be notified as soon as it drops. See you in the next one.